Hello, my name is Philip Hungebühler. This is a demonstration video of my computer science A-level NEA project. This video is for the testing phase. My program is about radioactive decay and half-life. It is a simulation. The program is made up of 3 pages, which are the menu, radioactive decay, and half-life pages. When the user opens up the program, the first page that they will be greeted with is the menu page. From there they can choose which other pages to go to by clicking the buttons. The first test will be to see, when I run the program, to see if the menu, radioactive decay, and half-life pages are made. This is as a dictionary is made for the pages. As you can see, the radioactive decay, half-life page, and the menu page is made. The next test will be to do with the GUI pages navigation. I will be testing the functionality to see if I can go to the radioactive decay page, to go back into the half-life page, and to go back to the main menu page. As you can see, this functions. Next, it will be to do with testing the drop-down menu and data loading. If I were to click on the down arrow, I can select elements. I can go through all the elements. This all works well. I can click on an element. Also, this is to test whether to see if the data from the text file is being loaded, which it is, as if there was no data being loaded, this would be completely empty. Next, I will see if the select element button works, as this is a confirmation button, which will tell the program that this element wants to be displayed, animated in a sense. So if I click this button, an animation should appear of the atomic nuclei of this element. This works. An animation is occurring. And you can also see that the canvas is embedded into the GUI. The Pygames canvas is embedded into the custom insert window, and it works. It's not causing issues. You can drag it around and it stays in. And you can see also, the animation's occurring. Next, I'll be testing the buttons for decay, and to see if I were to click these buttons, if an animation regarding the correct decay type will occur. Such as if I were to click alpha decay animation occurs, beta minus decay animation occurs, and for the same for beta plus. So I'll hit alpha decay, the alpha particle is coming off, and the new nuclei is created. Now let's do this for beta minus decay. Electron is removed, and a neutron has turned into a proton. Now the same for beta plus. A positron is emitted, and a proton has turned into a neutron. For beta minus and beta plus decay, you see the mass stays the same. Alpha decay, the mass changes. The next test will be to do with GUI, as you've just previously seen. To do with GUI issues such as details being updated. As you can see, if I were to click alpha decay, you can see the details are updated. Now there's 2 less protons and 2 less neutrons. The same goes then for in the case of the key. Well, the key is a bit separate, but the key, it tells the user what is what, and it's getting displayed correctly, which is good. It tells the user exactly, what's the proton, what's the neutron, what's the electron, what's the positron. And then the other one would be the decay equations. If I were to select the element, click alpha decay, it would tell me the exact decay of that, with the numbers and everything. And then the same for beta minus decay. The last test is to do with the program should warn the user, and it should produce then a prompt which tells the user that if they were to exit the page while the simulation is running, the simulation will end. And let's let that happen. So as you can see, if I were to click, so it says if you want to go back to simulation, will reset, do you want to continue? If I were to click cancel, I stay on the page, simulation keeps running. If I were to go back, press OK, you see the simulation ends. If I were to go back to the page, you see it's just wiped, the element's not there anymore. Yeah. The first test I have to perform on the Half-Life page is the program should detect and display errors such as an invalid input. So if I were to insert, for example, a negative integer, like negative 100, an error message should pop up. The same should be if I were to enter anything else than a positive integer. The next check is to do with seeing if the graph is embedded into the GUI. And as you can see, that is the case. Then I will see if the GUI text box specifically works for positive integer. So it does, and if I were to click start, this also shows that the graph is being created and it works, and that the data is being put into the table. The Half-Life simulation consists of a graph and a table, and as you can see, the table is made of time and remaining nuclei. The same on the Y in the case for remaining half nuclei, and then in the time on the X. Then the test to see if the pause and unpause button works. And as you see, if I were to unpause, it works, and pause, it also works. Then time to check the animation speed. The animation speed goes from 0 to 8 times. By default, it is at 4. If I were to speed it up, simulation increases. If I were to slow it down, as you can see, it goes far slower. Then we'll see if the plot decayed atom button works. They should show total amount of decayed particles. So this shows the decayed particles. As you see, it's going up, whereas the remaining nuclei is going down, and that's meant to happen. And then there should also be a validation check. So in the case now that simulation is running, there should be a validation check to warn the user that the simulation is running. Please pause it before exiting. And if I were to pause it, exit, then I can exit it. Another check then is to see if the reset button works. If you can see, if I were to click reset, the data table, the graph, select element, initial nuclei, it all is wiped.